All right, let's have a heart to heart. Hey girl, hey, it's Nita Danielle, and welcome to Let's Have a Heart to Heart, a podcast where we have open, honest conversations about life, faith, growing in Christ, and everything in between. So there's no niche here. Here we are talking about all things in an open, honest, and safe space, as safe as it can be with a podcast.
What sparked the idea for this podcast?
Last year around this time, I was doing a 30 Days of Proverbs in June, and the Lord dropped the idea of a podcast in my spirit. And I was like, this must be the enemy because I've never wanted to have a podcast. I don't like the sound of my speaking voice. And, there's so many podcasts. I was like, who cares what I would have to say? However, I found that as I continued to just show up online and share my honest, vulnerable issues, not just with life, but also in my faith journey, it resonated with so many people. And I would get more feedback from that than the other content I was posting. And the Lord kept confirming, like, daughter, people need your voice. What you have to say is valuable. They need to hear my heart through your voice. And so through that, I found that people really did care what I have to say. And honestly, it's not about what I have to say. It's about what the Lord wants to get to you guys through me. I'm just a vessel. I'm not a perfect vessel. I'm just a vessel. So that's where the idea came from. And right now I'm just being obedient, child.
Why did you name it Heart to Heart? What does that mean to you?
In this season of my life, having heart-to-heart conversations with my community has really carried me through and kept me sane. It has helped me in times where I feel alone. I feel like, am I the only one going through this? Am I the only one struggling with this? Am I the only one experiencing whatever it is that I'm experiencing? Because we all know that life be lifing, okay? And I think a lot of times you need to know that you're not alone. You're not the only one experiencing what you're experiencing. And then, of course, sometimes a heart-to-heart is good just to get some advice from someone who has been where you're going. It's helped me to realize that I don't have to be perfect or this perfect Christian who does all the things to be loved by God. It's helped me to know that He really wants a good, real relationship. And so that's the vibe that I want to bring to this podcast. I want it to feel like a very open, honest, vulnerable, down-to-earth conversation with someone that you know and trust.
So what kind of topics can we expect to hear?
So on this podcast, there is no niche, honey. We are talking all things life, faith, growing in Christ, motherhood, entrepreneurship, dating, girls, singleness, all of the things. All of the things. We're talking about all of the things.
So what would you say to the person who loves God but feels like she isn't doing enough?
So that's me. I'm the oldest daughter. I'm an entrepreneur, and I am a single mom. So I'm a doer by nature. I do in my entire life. And if I'm honest, I brought that into my relationship with the Lord. I felt like He would love me because I did, because I spent X, Y, and Z time in the Bible, because I spent so much time in prayer, because I fasted for so many days. And I found that at certain times when I didn't do that, it hindered me going before the Lord just to spend time with Him or pray and ask Him for help. I felt like I wasn't qualified because I didn't do the things. And what I learned is that the Lord loves me and He loves us, not because of what we do, but because we are His children. And the analogy that He gave me to understand what He means by a relationship with the Lord is I'm a mom, of course, and my daughter, she's 8, and I love her because she's my baby. I want to spend time with her because she's my baby. I'm not looking for her to do anything for me. I'm not looking for her to buy anything for me. I'm not looking for her to, display elaborate displays of love, although she can't really do much because she's 8. Either way, I love her and I love spending time with my baby because that's my baby. And the same way that I feel about spending time with my child is the same way that the Lord feels about spending time with us and about us as His daughters and His sons. He loves us and wants to spend time with us and wants a relationship with us that's not built in the doing. We do because we love Him, not because we need to do something to get something.
What do you hope listeners walk away with after each episode?
Honestly, I really hope that people walk away feeling encouraged. I love encouraging people, specifically women. And so I've done it in all of my content, and it's no different here. I hope that people feel seen. I hope that they feel like their feelings are validated. I hope that I'm able to be an advocate, just another voice for knowing that you're not alone in whatever you're experiencing or going through. And I hope that you walk away feeling loved, seen, and heard by God.
With you launching your podcast, what is one thing that you would tell your younger self?
One thing I would tell my younger self is to lean into the things that you're insecure about. Growing up, I was always heavy, plus size, overweight. And that has been my insecurity, or my lack of confidence has been the very thing that the Lord has used to give me this platform. The platform that I have is about encouraging women to show up confidently in the skin that they're in today. And with this podcast, He has used my insecurity in my voice. I told you guys I don't like the sound of my voice, and I don't feel confident about articulating my thoughts. And it's the very things that I have always struggled with, and I have always been insecure about, that the Lord has used. And so I would tell my younger self just to be encouraged, because the very things that you're insecure about, the Lord is going to use to bless and touch so many people.
So what can we expect next?
So what you can expect next is for our first episode to air tomorrow, Monday, June 30th at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time on all streaming platforms. So you can check it out wherever you love to listen to podcasts. And then the visual will drop over on YouTube the following day. All right, you guys, I can't wait to have our next Heart to Heart. This was fun.